here.
Please rise for the rigorous military honors. Active duty and veterans, even in civilian attire, may raise your hands salute during the sound of the counts. All others may place their hands.
biggest thing is obvious. He was a fisherman all the way through. Something I didn't inherit, but I watched him catch plenty. And the last time he fished that I was with him was at Cedar Creek Lake. And I bothered him because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. It's not a surprise to most. I like to talk. But he was, for me, as my older brother, 2 years older than me, and a good part of our life we spent in the country. So we were each other's running buddy, friends. We scoured the countryside when we got away from the house. We lived out next to the razors, some of the razor property that was roughly 3 by 3 miles square with nothing on it but cattle and trees and pasture and whatever, and we explored every inch of it. And in that process, the Boy Scout, he taught me how to build a fire, how to just everything about camping out, how to cook on that fire, which I thought was crazy because it's going to be a mess, but we did it. So there was a lot of learning experiences for me, but Brian never hesitated. He might have lacked a little patience at times, but we're all guilty of that, but he taught me a lot. And including one thing that I wanted to say too was one day when it was a pretty rainy period of time, but it wasn't that day. But he said, I want to show you something. And we were near a creek, and there was this big old grapevine. And he said, you know you can drink water from the grapevine. He said, it's filtered. You don't have to worry about it. And he cut off one of the lesser limbs, or parts of the vine, and there it was. It was coming out as a fast drip. So that was the kind of stuff he taught me. And about all the critters in the neighborhood too, everything. He knew it all. He spent a lot of time reading and catching up on it beyond the Boy Scouts. So that's my earliest memories of him, sharing his joy of the outdoors. He loved being out. And me, I would have probably been happy staying in that air-conditioned house. But Brian was going, I'm going. So that's the basis of a lot of my memories. Now, there's a lot more as life passed. Unfortunately, when we were in Florida, I missed a lot of time with Brian. But it was good coming back, spending time with Brian and Peggy. We had some good times just visiting and catching up, and I'm going to miss those. But I'm going to catch up to Peggy regularly. But beyond that, there were things that were outside of my experiences with him. One that he shared sometime the week before we unfortunately lost him, and that was, we were talking about how many things that Dad had us doing at our place, from rock wall building, gardens, clearing land that was just covered in trees and vines, and all by hand. There was no chainsaw, there was no power equipment. So we got in really good shape. Well, it paid off for him. And he was chuckling when he told this story about this 16-year-old in the Navy boot camp didn't have a problem like everybody else in his group or platoon or whatever they call it. He was not sore, he was not wore out, they never got him burnt out. Like they like to break you down in boot camp and build you up. Well, on the physical side, they didn't break him down. In some of the other stories I would like to share, but I'm not, he took things on his terms. He was at heart, whether he knew it or not, he led. He really did. He led for me, which was easy. I'd follow him anywhere. But he always led by example, whether it was a good one or not. So anyway, so that's my fonder memories of him. I wish I could share more. Everybody here, in some ways, family, from wife who lost a husband, to he was a father, he was a brother, a sister, He was an uncle, he's a brother-in-law, and I hope he touched everybody like he touched me, but I had more time. I got the pleasure of growing up with him, and I'm not soon going to forget it. Pardon me a second. Since we lost him, I've been blessed with all kinds of things. And last night, I couldn't sleep worth a darn, and I thought about it even more. So that's the gift he left me. And I think that's probably where I ought to stop. So Taylor has got a poem that Peggy wrote or picked out, and she's going to read it for her.
Forever fishing. The sun rose on a silent shore, where rods now rest and reels spin no more. But somewhere beyond the sky so blue, Brian cast his line in waters new. He loved his family, heart so wide, a loyal soul, our steady tide. The lake was his church, the dawn was his hymn, the quiet peace belonged to him. With tackle box and baseball hat, he knew where joy and stillness sat. Now heaven holds the calm he sought, near rippling streams that ease his thoughts. With angels near and skies so wide, he finds his peace at the water's side. No storms can shake his spirit now, no pain can weigh upon his brow. This endless days of perfect skies, where memories live and love never dies. So when you see the morning gleam, or hear the whisper of a stream, know Brian's there still casting wide, gone fishing with the Lord as his guide. That was on behalf of Peggy and Brian, third birthday.
Yes, and I forgot to tell y'all how she fits into the family. She's going to be a bride soon, and a wife, and husband to, wife to Brandon.
So thank you all for coming.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming, and I hope that God gives you peace. If you know me or know what the last 5 years of my life has been like, this is a blessing. Ryan is finally at peace and free. So just keep God in your hearts. Thank you all.
If there are no further remarks, that does conclude the ceremony here at Shelter Delta. On behalf of the Dallas Fort Worth National Cemetery, I'd like to offer my deepest condolences for your loss. You may consider yourself dismissed.